All right, so I have some reasons to believe that Poetic Flakko, aka Jalo, is a key reason as to why Bricc Baby was arrested in the Big U and Rolling 60s Rico, right? Now, is he the only reason why Bricc Baby was arrested? Probably not. Again, this is all my opinion. We're just speculating here. It's almost, you could even call it a fan theory if you want. Whatever you want to call it. But the reason why I think this, we're going to cover throughout this video with, supporting clips for this hypothesis, if you will. Um, we're now, it's probably no surprise that Jarlo is a snitch, a alleged snitch, right? He proudly has talked about how he will snitch and has snitched on people in the past. But when big things like what happened on Wednesday morning with the Rolling 60s and Big U Rico case that involved a loose cannon and Bricc Baby as well, as far as notable names in the YouTube space, right? When big things like that happen, we tend to forget some of the things that have been in front of our face throughout the past years. So we're gonna do another deep dive. Shout out to everybody that showed love on the 2 hour video that I dropped on a Thursday, Thursday morning or Thursday night, whenever that dropped. I got to it as soon as the Wednesday news happened. I started putting that together. So I appreciate each and every one of you that have watched that. If you haven't watched that, go and check that out after this video. But without further ado, let's get into this one.
That's the name of the title. I'm really telling
Read that out loud, man. That's the FBI contacted me about
Frederick.
Punch made death 5 months before he got arrested.
Frederick, this is Department Wallace with the Lexington Police. I have received your report, but I want to reach out to, to the FBI agent Holiday. If you have any questions, you are welcome to text or call me at this desk.
What date?
What day? That was Monday, August the 7th.
I really get niggas locked up, right? I'm really a rat. And you shining too much, bro. Like, my nigga, bruh. Listen, bruh. I'm on my knees, my nigga, praying on his downfall. But every month he was getting richer, nigga. I couldn't take it, nigga. I couldn't take it, my nigga. I'm on my knees, my nigga, like this, nigga. I'm saying, God, bro, please, my nigga, take this nigga down, right? Right? Take him down, my nigga. And at some point, I'm like, bruh, no matter how hard I pray, this nigga keep getting richer. At some point, I'm thinking, wait, am I not a servant of God? The fuck? How my enemy getting richer every month? But hey, turns out, nigga, I'm God's servant, nigga, because, yo, his bitch has got, arrested, nigga, you feel me? So now, hey, it's fucking over with now for them.
Look at how passionate he is about his snitching, about ruining another man's life, or playing a role in ruining another man's life. Now, he was talking about Punchmade Dev, who I'm not too familiar with that whole situation, outside of, the clip that just played that is from the viral interview where Flakko wished that Future and Lil Durk become unalived. He said that that's something he wishes for in that same interview. That clip went viral, but more on that interview coming up. But first, let's get into today's, Friday's No Jumper News show, where it started off with just being Flakko and Lush, which was a crazy look. But then Almighty showed up after all, and Cliff World TV. But let's get into the most recent No Jumper News, where Flakko was he was teeter tottering on his snitch culture, but then saying that he likes Bricc, so he ain't gonna snitch on Bricc. But I don't believe that, and I'll tell y'all why as we get more and more into the video.
When I tell him go kill somebody, I know he for real because he really kill him. I seen him do it. Like, once you go down that far, like that's worse than anything that's in
That's
his
why you can't really use him as an example, damn near, because
that's worse than anything that's in this indictment.
yeah,
by
nobody's
far.
like everything that fools are saying is very coded.
Yeah, no, but Lush, if I knew the feds would have these YouTube people in line like this, oh, bro, I would have been cooperating, bro. Bro, listen, yo.
You are cooperating.
Listen, bro.
Yeah.
If I knew the
complicit.
feds would have these YouTubers who've been online threatening my life, if I thought the feds would have them in line acting like Boy Scouts online, bro, I can't wait for one of you niggas to threaten me online.
What you gonna do, Flakko?
I can't wait for one of you niggas to say,
Flakko gonna give
hey,
him
bro,
an
I'm gonna
indictment.
slap you when I say, oh, I can't. Oh, bro, I'm dreaming up the day, bro. I open up my YouTube again, bro, and I see one of you bitch-ass YouTubers threatening my life. Bro, I can't wait to call the FBI. Bro,
That's
I
not
can't
the
wait
way
to call
it
the
works.
feds on you niggas.
You can't call the FBI and be like, hey, FBI.
Oh,
this-
no,
this-
you
I just
can't.
got-
Oh, he's not a rat. That's why you don't know. Nigga,
Yeah.
bro, there's an FBI hotline where, bro, you can make a request for an agent to call you back. I can call them right now if you want me to.
For real?
Hell no, we don't.
Watch.
You don't got to go through the process.
And you
bro.
said you got to be a real rat to know that number. So what you trying to say?
Listen, but the FBI hotline
He's not oblivious. He tell them niggas. This
is
what he do.
1-800-225-5324.
You don't gotta ask him no dumb ass shit like that. This is what he do.
That's crazy.
You
man.
tell him.
Again, if a YouTuber threatens your life, call 1-800-225-5324.
Now, you may be wondering, why does Flakko even feel so strongly about telling on, other black men, especially since the way he started his YouTube career was being like a pro-black person, and really just profiting off of the hopes that, like some black people, I guess, are seeking a Martin Luther King, Malcolm X type leader, and they end up watching videos in the Dr. Umar Johnson sector, especially when Umar was in his prime. Flakko was Umar's top internet goon, if you will. He was a cyber bully. More on that later as well. But yeah, so Flakko made a bag off of exploiting the hopes and dreams of, black people that feel similar in a similar way to him, but they don't necessarily wish death and destruction upon other black men, because that's just too far. You could, do your best efforts to help people get reformed or things like that, offer community resources to people that are, at risk of falling into the street life. But to wish that they're just off of this earth is definitely a lot of steps too far. But so why does Flakko hate these people so much? Some have speculated that it's probably because he's lost females. Well, in his mind, he's lost females over his life to the so-called street dude in the school and things like that. That's a very likely one, but he has so much hatred that it seems like it's deeper than that. But the crazy thing is, it's really not deeper than that. And once this No Jumper News stuff wraps up, we're gonna get into some proofs that his only motives in life seems to be money and acquiring women, which is crazy given how he looks. He should listen to his other daddies other than Ack, his daddies Fresh and Fit, and people in that red pill space, and get his big bodied bison back ass in the gym, and maybe he would have had an easier time acquiring and keeping women. Or you could be a fat dude like House Phone and just be dripped out. And maybe work on the speech impediment and be a little smooth when you're trying to talk to people instead of spitting hot, funky dragon breath all in the woman's face. Flakko is the definition of scaring the hoes at the end of the day. And I guess he just chooses to neglect all those attributes that make him scare the hoes and just blame everybody else around him. It's a truly toxic mentality. But anyways, back into this No Jumper News clip where he's going to tell everybody that they should lawyer up. Almost like he has inside information that the RICO cases and things of that nature are not done, that this is just the beginning. So let's check it out.
It's fine, man. No, but the question to y'all, though.
You can't even join overnight.
Here, question here. Do y'all feel, though, like y'all now need to talk to, well, Cliff, probably not you, but Lush and Suspect, do y'all feel like y'all now need to retain attorneys just for this?
I better.
Yeah, I haven't.
Smart man.
I was scared to come up here today, bro.
I have an attorney as well. Yeah, but
Smart man. Yeah, because
although, and I'll explain why. Because I don't. Obviously, I have nothing to do with this, and I don't have any information. I really don't believe the feds are going to even ask me anything.
Oh, they're coming for sure.
But just hold on, because if they are,
Low key, I think Lush might be right. You don't even need to really ask around anything, especially if a lot of the evidence allegedly in this case comes from podcast clips that are all still publicly available. What do they need to ask the equivalent of somebody sitting outside of a McDonald's? There's no point in asking Lush. She's always loaded. He's literally made fun of for the last year and a half for being a junkie. You don't need to ask him anything. His word's not reliable anyways. You literally can go and ask the panhandler on the 101 off ramp, and anywhere in the 101 you can find a panhandler. You know what I'm saying? Like asking for spare change. Ask him for some evidence on this case. He knows about as much as Lush. It's the same guy.
That's crazy.
If they already had Bronim's phone tapped and all that, they'll see that me and him wasn't on shit. You feel me? They're going to figure that out.
For asking for perks.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the only thing I didn't ever text that nigga.
Oh, yeah, I don't know about that 100,000 fentanyl.
Yeah, sure.
I'm just playing, but,
Wait, okay, Lush.
but
Wait.
fentanyl?
Wait.
Fentanyl?
No,
But-
wait. Okay, Lush. Oh, wait though.
No, but
Lush, how about this? Wait. If let's say this, right? Because they want to use the clip of Loose Cannon talking about the dispensary robbery, right? And on the show. Now, what if they say, hey, listen, like this clip particularly, right? Because again, like the last show as well.
When we lost Adam's Percocet?
No. Oh, look.
Is the
When
feds
they
gonna
say,
ask about that?
Come on, man, spit it out. But as we wait on Flakko to finish buffering, let me just add in this little thought or question, whatever. So why would Flakko feel like he needs to help the Alphabet Boys solve this case? Well, it's simple. The way interrogations and things like that work, sometimes it's as simple as a negotiation or having leverage over somebody. Now, somebody like Jalo is easy to have leverage over in this scenario when you have the keys to his ability to stay in the United States at the end of the day. If Jalo doesn't help the Alphabet Boys do their dirty work, like asking the No Jumper staff if questions that they might be able to use later in their investigations, such as what he's doing to Lush right now, there's a reason why he keeps pressing. Whenever Flakko keeps pressing, it's because he wants to try to get you to snitch or dry snitch. There's always a motive behind it. He may have a speech impediment, but he's not all the way stupid. He's also not all the way smart, but I think he definitely plays into the dumbness to kind of get people to get their guards down and then maybe be able to get some snitching because, oh, this idiot can't possibly be a Fed. He can't be an informant, but he could be. It might be a part of his tactics all along. This is all, my opinion, just a fan theory. But yeah, that's kind of, I feel like since, as we've covered before, that Jalo was once ordered by a judge to be deported back to his home country because of his domestic terrorism charges. Those stuck. He lost that legal battle and he was ordered to be deported, but his home country of Liberia said, no, we don't want you. Now, see, in Liberia, I did a little research on it. Liberia, once the American freed slaves returned to Africa and they were promised, basically our version, our being us blacks or African Americans, were promised our own version of Israel, basically. Where it's like, yeah, you could go back to your homeland if you want, or you can be a U.S. citizen here if you want, right? But the reason why we don't have that type of place today where we could go back and be dual citizens and all that is because once those original American settlers got there, they basically inflicted the same pain that was inflicted upon them and their parents and their parents' parents, right? They went and did the same thing to the native Liberians. And native Liberians, I believe to this day, are viewed as second-class citizens, which is why they, every 10 years or so, have a civil war or civil unrest of some sort. And Flakko was on the Liberian native side of a civil war, right? Or civil unrest. I'm not sure if it was a full-blown war or whatever. I'm not that familiar with the history and timelines of their history, but that does play a role into where would he be deported to next, especially with the current administration. Would he be sent to a random prison in Puerto Rico? Would he be, How would that work if he's ordered to be deported again because he doesn't want to help the Alphabet Boys solve a very large federal case? Just food for thought. Now back into the clip.
Lush one, yo, and we need a way to confirm the video isn't edited or altered. So hence they might start calling people in to testify that, yo, you was right next to him. You heard this, right?
I be on. First of all, I be on drugs.
Y'all would know better than me.
Drugs.
I don't recall. Y'all would know better than me.
Yeah,
exactly. I was searching all day yesterday to retain somebody because I'm trying to fight even having a comment and say, I don't know.
Yeah, like that's the only reason why I have.
Yeah, if anybody there come ask, it's you, because you be on YouTube, nigga, telling anyways. So they'll feel like, why not?
Nah.
Exactly. W suspect. I'm so happy that somebody called out that bullshit. And if suspect wasn't there, I bet you Josh might have would have interrupted him like, nah, Flakko, you have a documented history of being a proud snitch, or at least you want to be a proud snitch. He's like the type of person that you know, he may have not been the best athlete in the high school football team, but he got the most heart. So the Army recruiter really focused on getting him to come and commit to the Army fresh out of high school. That's Flacco's backstory, but for snitching. He got the most heart. And, you know, he damn near has a beef with Charleston White that's centered all around who is the real snitch, who's the realest snitch out there, which is crazy. Now, again, I'm no street nigga, so there's really neither here nor there as far as my life, because I don't do nothing worth snitching on. Well, I've never even stole a bag of chips. I'm a goody two-shoes nigga, and I'm proud of it. Proud to Pay resonated with me because I don't steal. Shout out to Nipsey Hussle, R.I.P. the GOAT. But anyways, back into Flakko and his bullshit. Let's see what's going on in this one.
Hey, listen, bro. I like Bricc and I like Loose and I like Big U. So me personally, if I'm called, I'm a fighter. But again, please, yo, don't take me saying that because I like Big U, I like Bricc Baby, I like Loose Cannon. So I would never go and sit for a subpoena if I don't have to. Don't take that as I won't tell on you other niggas that I don't like. Y'all in trouble, all right? But the other ones like Bricc, you know, Loose, Bricc Baby, nah, bro. I'm gonna fight that.
You don't have to though.
I mean,
here's
have
to.
But
what if you? What you said if you don't have to? What if
then I come and I plead the fifth? You feel me?
Yeah, exactly. So like the thing is like
plead the fifth though is for things that like I know was a crime and like participated in. But if I can't plead the fifth though, then it's then I don't know.
Yeah, low key, I didn't even think about this one when I was planning the video out, but it just dawned on me right now. Flakko will for sure rat on Adam if he has to when it comes to that crypto coin scam, the rug pull that they did a few weeks ago, right before all this stuff started to unravel. Yeah, Flakko will for sure tell. Say, nah, it was all Adam's idea. I just put him in contact with the person. he ain't a selfless individual. He's all I, no team. For sure. Now, as I always tell you, I'm no street nigga. I won't even steal a bag of M&Ms from the corner store. If I don't got the money, I just won't have no M&Ms that day. But I'm also not a snitch. If the homies do something around me that may get somebody some time, I'm not about to go out of my way to tell on nobody. And I'm not a Liberian national so that's out here terrorizing people online for a decade, allegedly. So I don't got there's no real leverage to where I'll be so shook. I'll be like Lush, like, hey man, even though I'm team sober, like, I don't even be paying attention half the time. I don't know what you're talking about.
Right now.
Look.
I don't recall.
Here's what happens.
I don't recall.
So if you're, let's say the police want to talk to you or the feds want to talk to you, right? And then you direct them because you're gonna get that phone call. Then you have your attorney call them back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your attorney calls them back, explains my client Nicholas Hyams or Frederick John, whatever, doesn't believe has had bad experiences with law enforcement and does not intend to cooperate with your investigation.
Nigga, that's not a good enough excuse, my nigga.
Whatever they say, then they're gonna say you are now impeding tell your client he's impeding our investigation. Blah, blah,
I'll
blah,
say,
blah.
oh no, sir, I'm not. Oh no!
What you gonna do then?
Oh
Gonna
turn into a
no!
slave?
Yeah.
I would never.
You know he
Turn into a
asked
slave?
Impede an investigation. Oh
What the
no,
f-
sir!
He's
No,
not
no, no,
FBA.
no! I would
Turn into a
never.
slave.
Yeah, he is
It's
not
crazy.
I will be there Friday morning. I would never impede an investigation. You
Okay,
can't, nigga.
but that's so
Sir, no,
Man,
sir. I'll
listen, bro.
I
So,
succumb
you
and testify for you, sir. This nigga pull
Well,
up
listen,
like
bro.
a slave is crazy.
Hey, bro.
Yeah, we all know Flacco would for sure go full ruckus and tell on everybody. He'll tell on people that didn't even commit any crimes. He'll be out here getting niggas 20 years that weren't even in the building the day of the alleged crimes. We know what type of person Flacco really is. It's well documented, and if you're not caught up on it, go on and just binge my videos right now. But anyways, we're gonna get into this next part, the last part of the No Jumper news section of this video, which is Flacco basically saying that he not only has already hit a big payday off of reporting on the Rolling 60s Big U indictment or RICO, right? Not only has this already brought in a bunch of views, aka money for him, um, but he's gonna get called out about that and saying, "Well, isn't Bricc your friend?" But then what's crazy is right after this clip ends. So here's the timeline. Here's the timeline, real quick. They do this show at what 12 noon. By 2 a.m. on what? So it was on Wednesday they did this show. By 2 a.m. on Thursday morning, Flacco was sitting on Rockstar 2800. Yeah, the dude who got escorted off of the premises at the Marathon Burger grand opening. He's on Clubhouse / the phone with Rockstar 2800, telling Rockstar 2800, "Oh, I'm about to run up a bag off this shit. This just gave me the next 3-4 months of content. I don't even got to think about it. It's easy money. Get in on it while you can, bro." He's out here low key YouTube coaching Rockstar, and it's a bad look. It's a bad look. Don't do it, Rockstar. Stop doing business. Rockstar be doing business with the wrong people. He need to disassociate himself from Flacco. But I get it. Niggas be trying to use Flacco like a dumber version of academics. Academics would be able to tell when somebody's trying to use them for some clout. But Flacco, he's real life lonely. He don't got the chat niggas. His fan base don't fuck with him like that. So he's out here trying to really like make friends, and it's a bad look. It's a bad look all around. But he's about to say one thing on the news, and then gets pressed by Lush, and then says, "Oh no, but not Bricc," and then he's gonna just a few hours later sit on somebody else's stream and say the complete opposite thing, and basically be like, "Man, F Bricc, I'm running up a bag on his name," like he's been doing honestly too. If you look through his channel, he has some videos that have done pretty decent views on Bricc Baby so far, even before this whole incident. And then what's crazy is after the Rockstar video, we're gonna get into how Bricc Baby ran up on Flacco because he was making money off of potentially getting Bricc Baby put in a prison in the past. So let's get into it.
I'll be real though, bro. Bro, Paige right now is cracking because of this like lawsuit. Well, sorry, like.
So you're glad your friend's in
I'm
jail?
not glad. I would trade all the views I'm getting for Bricc. You feel me?
I agree.
Okay. I don't know how long this case is gonna last, man. But this case is gonna make some YouTubers, not me, but some YouTubers very wealthy.
Including you.
Hell no. No, man.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, look, now listen.
You got 1 million views in a day.
He trying to distance himself far away as possible from them niggas. But hey, why wasn't you up there today with academics and Vlad and them?
I was making like 4 videos. But Rock, listen. Rock, listen. But right now, bro, that I got the momentum, my nigga, bro, I'm not stopping, nigga.
Yeah.
I'm not stopping, bro.
Yeah.
Like, so, bro, listen, bro, like, I'm dropping like 3-4 a day, nigga. Like, I'm not taking no breaks, bro. You feel me? Because right now, bro, listen, bro. Rock, listen, bro. I have at least 2 stories, bro, that I can ride for another 2 months. This is yellow easy shit, right?
Yeah.
Right? Because listen, he just got arrested.
Yeah.
There's gonna be court. There's gonna be a fraud, bro. I could ride this shit for like another, you feel me, like 2-3 months, and there's trial. And then listen, Bricc is currently there. Bricc, my boy, you feel me, right? So like, I know the fans gonna care about Bricc updates. So then I'm gonna ride out the Bricc shit for at least like 2-3 months.
So not only is that the exact opposite of what he said he's gonna do at No Jumper, he made it sound like he was gonna one and done the situation. But come on, nobody believed that, even when he said it live. I wasn't in the live chat this time, but I'm sure the live chat was putting caps and saying, "Hell no, he lying." Flakko loves two things, and it's the two worst things that could happen to anybody, regardless of your race, gender, or sexual orientation. The two worst things that could happen to anybody is to one, be incarcerated, or two, be unalived. For whatever way that comes about, that's the two worst things that can happen. And he loves it when it happens to black street niggas in quotes. You know what I'm saying? He loves it. He feeds off of it. It's the only reason why his channel has any views or subscribers is the passing of Young Dolph. That's the main thing that he made his name off of was just spamming coverage of the Young Dolph situation, which was a very shocking and disgusting situation. The way that man passed away was insane. They went into the bakery, the local bakery, and didn't care who they hit, or not into whatever. However many bullets they done rang out into that bakery is crazy. They didn't care who they hit as long as they hit their target. And Flakko was aroused by that. He said, "Oh, this is it. This is it. I'm about to become Big Ack." Flacco's been wanting to do a war in Chirac his whole YouTube career, and he's probably viewing this as an opportunity to do that in a way. It's not going to necessarily have that same type of catchy name, but it's similar because he can, if he really is that greedy, he can dig into all the different names outside of the main three names that everybody knows. He could dig into all the different names and start making videos on them too. But at some point, you have to ask yourself, is that morally okay? Or like you're really giddy and happy about people essentially losing their lives if they actually do get charges that put them in prison for long periods of time. Especially Big U is 60 years old. You give him 20 years, is he really coming out at 80? Respectfully? Now, yeah, people live to 80 and on all the time, but you're basically losing the part of life that you are already supposed to just be coasting through. It's like when Bill Cosby got sentenced, like, oh, that's the last we gonna hear or see of him. He's already old, and Bill Cosby was older than Big U, but still, it still applies because it's really crazy when you think about it. So to be happy about it is the part that's disgusting, because at the end of the day, regardless of how you feel, and keep in mind, no sentence there's no sentencing that's happened yet. We don't know who's guilty and who's innocent, and you're already passing judgment and rubbing your hands like Birdman when you got people with families. All these people have families, and even people that don't have kids have people that care about them, that are forever going to be affected by this. Was that like I don't get like Flacco has people that have been incarcerated. He's been incarcerated from my research. Now he did say that the you can't trust recently he says that you can't trust Pacer because back in his Dr. Umar Johnson days, people used to make fake Pacer cases. They because according to his line as you can just submit a case to Pacer and it will be up there. Then you could present stuff like you have actual paperwork. I don't know how true that is. And if that was actually true, how is that the main source that the exposers and people like that run their content and run it as factual? Because look, I got the black and white. But if you could just create your own black and white, wouldn't that take away the entire validity of the system that is Pacer, which is a government website? So if he isn't lying about that, he's basically saying during his Dr. Umar days that he was submitting false information to a government website and then presenting that false information knowingly onto the internet to tarnish the name and image of those people that he targeted in his cyberbullying campaigns. That sounds like several crimes right there, Mr. Funky Fred. You might want to be careful because what goes around comes around. Now, speaking of karma, let's get through this Rockstar clip because I actually misspoke. Before we get into Flacco's beef with Bricc Baby, we gotta see him sit down on the Uncle CC couch. I say it's the Uncle CC couch because that blue couch with the lights behind, that's the picture I always see for Uncle CC, or not Uncle CC, Big Homie CC. That's the picture I always see for him. But Flacco sat down with those same people about a year ago, and it was an explosive interview filled with context clues onto the character of this man that we're discussing.
Bro, nigga, listen, bro. By 2-3 months, nigga, I'll probably be at like 250,000 subscribers. You feel me? Right? So like, bro, bro, like, just like you understanding, bro, how hot the story is right now, bro. I'll be a fool to sit somewhere for 4 or 5 hours when I can make a videos, you know?
Yeah.
Feel me, bro?
Smart man, smart man.
No, Rock.
Why act out
You
here?
drop videos though.
Huh?
Why have you dropped videos like that?
I dropped a video today.
I mean, real.
You just
Hey,
can't.
Rock.
You just can't trust nobody. That's why.
Hey, Rock.
What?
Look, would you recommend, right, like me buying a 2014 Rolls Royce?
You said what?
Would you recommend me buying a 2014 Rolls Royce, like some old shit?
I mean, that's on you. I mean, you gonna be driving around LA in that motherfucker?
It's a 2014 Rolls Royce, so like, you know.
You said it's a what?
2014.
I mean, it's still a Rolls Royce, nigga. I'm just saying. What do you plan on doing with it? Like driving it? Or having a driver?
Not driving it for the hoes.
Nah, bro. That's not fly, bro. That's like when you rich, up, all the way.
This nigga said driving it for the hoes. It's cheap as hell.
What's cheap, bro? What's cheap?
What? A 2014 Rolls Royce, bro. You can get like a 2014 Rolls Royce for like 80,000.
Bro, you can go get some fly off the whip 2025 for 80,000.
Yeah, but ain't no Rolls Royce though, you know.
Yeah. I would love to see Flacco actually buy a 2014 Rolls Royce for a list of reasons that I'm not going to name all of them right now. But one, are you going to be driving the Rolls Royce yourself as a daily driver? You're going to daily drive that, or are you going to hire a driver? Because that's not a car that you buy to be behind the wheel of. The best Rolls Royce experience is sitting in the back with your feet up, using the technology suite in the back. That's the CEO car. That's the boss car. That's not a worker car. You pulling up to your 9 to 5, which is no jumper, in a Rolls Royce is crazy. That is crazy. That is the most wild look. Are you gonna start wearing suits at least? Are you gonna at least start looking the part? But then, all that aside, the reasons why he wants the Rolls Royce don't even make any sense. It's not to, oh, it's going to elevate my mindset. I'm going to carry myself a better, different, more dapper way. You look good, you feel good, you play good type mentality. It ain't nothing like that. It's not no sense of motivation behind it. He swears he done made it in life. And maybe he has financially. But Rolls Royce? What do you want that for? That's not even a fun driving experience. He wants it just to, in his words, not mine, he wants it to impress the hoes. So Flacco gonna be pulling up to the nightclubs in a Rolls Royce to impress the hoes. This is crazy work. This is who we made famous. This is who we gave some money to. Not all the thousands of other people that would do something responsible with the money. Has Flacco given back to any type of community at all? Before you buy a Rolls Royce, you should at least have to do some charitable donations. And I'm not talking about to the Red Cross or no huge shit like that. Like, give back to a foundation. That's ironic because they added that whole element to the Big U shit. But there's plenty of nonprofits that are actually, all the way legit that you can donate to, bro. That's wild. Flacco, if anything, this is how you know Flacco is capped in this whole love for black people so much that he wants the black people to do better and not be out here doing black on black crimes. This is how you know it's cap. If he's donated before, we would know about it. Just like I said, his numbers are capped because we would see a YouTube plaque or two by now. We haven't seen no plaque get posted nowhere. Nowhere. That's how you know he be buying his views and subscribers. And now he wants to buy a 2014 Rolls Royce? Man, get out of here. Get out of here. That part has nothing to do with the premise of this video. I just thought it was hilarious that bro is really plotting on buying a 2014 Rolls Royce to impress a bunch of random ass strippers and thoughts that don't care that he's driving a Rolls Royce. You could have a 7 Series BMW and get the same stripper to come home with you. You're buying the woman. They don't care. You could pull up in a 1998 GMC. You're getting streetwalkers, brother. It does not matter what you do. You're taking the bottom of the barrel. It's literally no different. You're not about to get Kylie Jenner or Kim Kardashian just because you bought a Rolls Royce, Flakko. Look at how you look. Look at how you present yourself. Everyone says you're funky. Your feet are permanently ashy. He needs to buy a lifetime supply of insulin and maybe a lifetime membership at the 24-hour fitness or Equinox. Sorry, that's where the rich niggas work at, Equinox. Let's focus on what matters first before we start buying $80,000 Rolls Royces. Can you afford the maintenance on an $80,000 Rolls Royce? What happens when the transmission starts sputtering and shit? Are you gonna be able to replace that, my boy? The transmission on a 2014 Rolls Royce might cost the same as the car, or even half that. He tripping. But $80,000 Rolls Royce aside, let's get into Flakko explaining how he has volunteered information to the Alphabet Boys before, and he was very, very proud about it. Very proud. This is the full, well, not the full version. Go watch the actual interview. It's a very good interview. But this is our full version over here on Just Clips 1 of the interview from the beginning of this video on that blue couch. So let's check it out.
That's the name of the title. I really tell
Read that out loud, man. That's the FBI contacted me about
Frederick.
first made death 5 months before he got arrested.
Frederick, this is Department Wallace with the Lexington Police. I have received your report, but I want to reach out to the FBI agent Holiday. If you have any questions, you are welcome to text or call me at this desk.
What date?
What day? That was Monday, August the 7th.
I really get niggas locked up, right? I'm really a rat. Charleston White is a street nigga, a dirty capping street nigga who's out here pretending to be a rat as a character.
But
I don't respect that character,
isn't it
nigga.
the opposite of what you're saying? Like, if
What?
he's preaching the message that you're preaching, even if it's a character, isn't that the same effect of the street nigga?
But I don't respect this still though, right? This, right? So look. Oh, see, bro, they coming now. You feel me? I told you they coming now. Bro, listen, bro, I'm spitting that shit, my nigga. They coming, bro. I'm spitting that shit, man. I'm really spitting that shit to these niggas, man. I'm telling you, bro. So listen. If Charleston White was really a rat, I respect it. But when Charleston White get around the street niggas, he said, nah, man, bro, like, it's a character, nigga. As a character, nigga. I don't respect it. Again, bro, when I'm in the presence of some real niggas, bro, I'll keep it 100, nigga. I'm a rat, nigga. Respect it.
I don't know. No, it's documented that Charleston White has worked with police to get niggas off the street.
At 14 years old, that don't count, my nigga.
Bro, a rat is a rat.
Nah, that don't count, my nigga. At 14, nigga.
We not gonna.
Nah, at 14,
bro,
nigga.
Here's the thing. Like,
Really trying to compare rat for rat stats. This is crazy. He's like, nah, Charleston White is a novice. I'm really out here with it. They might as well give me a badge. Flakko probably does have an honorary badge somewhere. Maybe that's just his thing. Maybe he just hides his accolades. Maybe he really got 2 YouTube plaques. And then his 2 YouTube plaques, he got a couple badges from a couple different law enforcement agencies hanging up on them things too. That's why he don't never post them. He might have got them engraved into the plaque. That's why he don't post them joints. He'll blow his cover.
telling is one thing, but that shit ain't about nothing, bro. You gotta really get them niggas off the street with your bare hands.
Hell nah.
Why hell no?
Hell nah. Listen, so look. So these street niggas, right? and had this fallacy and this lie, right, of, man, I wouldn't wish jail on my worst enemy, yo. But you'll wish death on them, though? Wait. Pause. Like, I'm confused, right? So you mean to tell me that you want your ops free so these niggas can come out and still get more money than you, still fuck your hoes, still sell your drugs, and you not do shit. But you telling me that you want them free? Why? Wait. As far as I'm concerned, jail got different gangs, right? If you was really like that, your ops is in jail. Just tell your niggas, hey, bro, kill that nigga, right?
For sure.
Right? So look, wait. I forgot. You feel me?
I guess my whole thing is right because the judicial system is flawed. Yeah, you can get one nigga locked up, but we talking about rap niggas, and you can't get Lil Durk locked up.
Shit, who can't?
You definitely can't.
Now, we got to pause it right here because low key on some fan theory shit, Flakko did get Lil Durk locked up with his questioning abilities. They're conducting interrogations on live stream at No Jumper twice a week, sometimes more than that, right? Sometimes 5 days a week. They're orchestrating interrogations, not just the guests, but of the hosts themselves too. And you know, some of the hosts are coming in intoxicated. Flakko hates drugs. Flakko hates people with more money than him, but he's about to get to that in a second. He hates people that get more women than him. Right? You know who checks off all of those boxes? Bricc Baby. Almighty Suspect. Shoot. Lush. Everybody at No Jumper. Other than Flakko. Like I said, yeah, he's all buddy-buddy with Adam. But I wouldn't be surprised if he turns on Adam eventually and tries to take him down too. Flakko has displayed a bunch of selfish tendencies to where he wants to be the only person in his space. Absolutely wants to be the only person in his space. He did make a video on academics cancellation. But because it was age restricted and he wasn't going to make as much money from that video because the algorithm's not going to push it, he deleted it and didn't re-upload it. He didn't see it as worth his time. It's an easy cop-out. But at the end of the day, he did jump on the opportunity to be on board with the academics cancellation. Just like he brought the perv busters when he thought it was time to put the nail in Adam's coffin. Flakko has told on everybody, either directly or indirectly, that he's ever been around. Him and Dr. Umar got into it. Everywhere he goes, he eventually has a falling out. There's more to this story. Now, Flakko claims to be working on a documentary on Bricc Baby. And we're going to get to that in the next clip after this interview finishes playing, right? But what if documentary is actually code-worded and actually means I'm informing? But he can't just say that, right? Technically he's known for making I laugh because the Young Dolph documentary with the quotes was really just a compilation of him reacting to a bunch of other reaction channels. Something that he uses to shit on us, No Jumper reaction channels. Same phrase, right? You got reactors reacting to reactors. Like, yeah, man. You made your name off of that, though. And Remo called you out on that. But anyways, let's finish up this interview right here. Because the subtle crash out, it's not even subtle. The high-pitched yelling crash out's not even complete. But then we're going to get into Bricc Baby versus Flakko. And Bricc Baby versus Flakko definitely needs to be revisited for the premise of this video, for my hypotheses, right? Because the more I'm watching this footage, the more I'm thinking Flakko's the informant, or at least one of them. And they're not going to list him in the RICO charges, but we're going to see, over the course of time, if Flakko, blew the whistle, if he's a whistleblower. Or maybe we will never see it. But shoot, they done released the JFK files. One day, the truth will come to light. Consider this like the nigga version of the Y files at this point. We're looking into an alien invasion, and the alien is Flakko.
Why not?
I just want you to take me through. I want you to take me through the feeling it like the first time you got a nigga locked up. Like, what was you like? What did you eat afterwards? Like, how did you?
Sure, listen, brother. No, listen. Listen, right, bro. Listen, bro. Like, listen, bro. Right. So look. So I'm gonna tell you about the last time though, right? And that's Punch Made Dev. Bro, that shit felt exhilarating. My nigga, like you out here winning too much. You got on $1 million house, $1 million worth of jewelry on, right? You fucking all the hoes, nigga.
So is it about saving the neighborhood, or you just
Nah.
are you just hating?
Hey, nigga.
Yeah, bro, that's
Hey,
it. That nigga didn't say one crime, nigga.
Say one crime, you just all the material.
Okay, bet. So, right. So look, and you shining too much, bro. Like my nigga, bro. Listen, bro. I'm on my knees, my nigga, praying on his downfall. But every month he was getting richer, nigga. I couldn't take it, nigga. I couldn't take it, my nigga. I'm on my knees, my nigga, like this, nigga. I'm saying, God, bro, please, my nigga, take this nigga down, right? Right? Take him down, my nigga. And at some point, I'm like, bruh, no matter how hard I pray, this nigga keep getting richer. At some point, I'm thinking, wait, am I not a servant of God? The fuck? How my enemy getting richer every month? But hey, turns out, nigga, I'm God's servant, nigga, because yo, his bitch has got, arrested, nigga. You feel me? So now, hey, it's fucking over with now for them.
So you're of African descent.
Yes, West Side Liberian.
Yeah. So were you happy when Hush Puppy got arrested?
Yeah, fuck that nigga, man. Listen up, bruh. Listen up, my nigga. Some blue, purple, wide nose, pink lip nigga was us scamming them good white folks, my nigga. Fuck that nigga, man. Man, come on, bro. Taking the white man's money, fuck him.
So yeah, Poetic Ruckus, and that he's for sure Poetic Ruckus, right? He listed off some things before they started talking about that other dude, one of his other victims or people that he's just serially hating on. The things he listed off on the Punch Made Dev situation, like I said already, but I'll say it again. Bricc Baby checks off all those boxes. Now, how? He said more women, got all the nice jewelry and cars and stuff like that. But then something that really stood out to me, he brought up houses. He got $1 million home. At the time, Flakko didn't have $1 million home. Actually, at this time, Flakko doesn't have $1 million home either. He has a $700,000 home that he rents. Bricc Baby is renting a almost $2 million home. You see what I'm saying? And in a better neighborhood than what Flakko can afford to live in. Don't believe me? Here's the stats. So you see, based off of the median income data, Santa Clarita is not as affluent of a neighborhood as Calabasas. Plus, Santa Clarita comes with a whole bunch of different, issues and stipulations with living there because of all the wildfires that always happen over there and things like that. It's not as desirable of a valley to live in, which Bricc Baby told Flakko that when he first came back from Texas and moved to Santa Clarita. And, just to clarify, Flacco's the one, the Santa Clarita data. Bricc Baby is Calabasas.
I feel like the poor people of LA actually have it better, and here's why, right? So, no, hey, listen, right? So, I didn't know that, for example, right? Shout out to the No Jumper fans, okay, and people, right? Because y'all consuming this channel, makes Adam some money, and it entice Adam to hire me, and give me money, right? So
Yeah, shouts to the viewers.
yeah, right. So listen, man. So listen, no, truly, I am a poor servant without y'all, right? Like, no, but when I've elevated now, right, and now I'm in like a neighborhood that's super high and up on a hill, right? It's super affluent. yo, I just found out, yo, there's issues that come with that, such as, if there's any wind, meaning it doesn't matter what time of the year it is, if there's high winds, the power gets shuts off.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, hold up, bro. I've never had to deal with this, like living in Los Angeles.
Rich people buy generators, so when your power gets shut off, you don't even notice.
Bro, listen, bro.
So with that affluence comes, you got to know how to affluate.
Yeah, bro. Because I moved about like 45 minutes to an hour away from LA. I'm in the high hills now.
Yeah.
So when I learned this, that if there's high winds, your power gets shut off. It doesn't matter what time of the year it is, right? That the fire conditions is just now an excuse. That there's always fire conditions and there's always going to be high winds. So my power might be cut off just throughout the year randomly. So now I've sent a written notice, right? And I'm trying to get up out of there now.
Really?
Yeah, I'm good.
Really? So of the entire neighborhood you live in, you're not even trying to be in that part of town.
I've sent a written notice. I'm trying to get up.
Come over here with your crib partner, man.
Feel me?
You gotta come. You on the wrong side of the V anyway.
You are.
That ain't the V.
You are.
Yeah, right?
That's nigga SCV.
Yeah,
you gotta be an SFV.
Straight up. You in the
what's that?
You gotta be a West SFV.
San Fernando Valley, not the Santa Clarita Valley.
I didn't want to say it.
Or the fucking SGV, San Gabriel Valley. Those are the valleys.
You could go GV. You could go out that way, but you in the wrong V.
Yeah.
Yo.
This is too much.
Not now.
Ease up.
Bricc, not now. Bricc, no. Come on, man. Go. Guys, we're live. Fine. Quit the shit, yo. Come on.
This is some internet shit, bro. What the bro?
So that was, after the whole residential situation that happened more recently, we had the flashback to when Bricc Baby decided to pull up on Flakko because Bricc Baby started to catch the vibes that Flakko was moving real oppish. And so he pulled up on him mid live stream with YBG, as we'll find out in this next clip. And notice how the characters in the room of that live stream are all the same people that went viral leading up to the arrest of Bricc Baby. It all comes full circle. YBG went viral for hopping on live and telling the world that he is currently without home. Then Hellcat went viral for spitting in Sharp's cup and smashing it on live. Oh no, sorry. Before that, before the cup was Dejan Paul. Mr. Ease Up. Ease up. He talking like he working security. That's crazy. But those three all went viral. Is that the three horsemen of the apocalypse? The no jumper apocalypse? They all had their moment that then all led up to, in my fan theory opinion, Bricc Baby's moment, which is tied to Flakko being an informant. Now, that whole tension comes from Bricc Baby suspecting that Flakko is an informant. That's why he ran up on him in the first place. But don't take my word for it. Let's watch these clips.
I'm glad they squashed that shit. Oh shit.
Hey yo, they're for the killers, but bro, we talk, man. Feel me afterwards.
I'm glad that y'all did though.
Yeah, nah. We talk. We definitely talk.
Cause we couldn't have that. Oh my God. Flakko. This morning we couldn't have that. No, you don't got them things out.
He got the Jesus sandals.
Yeah, he does.
I just said fuck a fan, that is Jesus sandals.
Y'all set me up, man. Cause I'll be real though, bro. If y'all would have told me that I would have walked into all dimes in the back, bro, I would have came, boy.
Remember, what's on the checklist for things that would make Flakko hate you and wish death and jail upon you? What are the three things? Females, money, in a bigger house than his, in a better neighborhood. Bricc Baby checks off all three of those. And if it's jewelry, he checks off on that too. If it's drug user, he checks off on that. Gang member, he checks off all the boxes for people that Flakko hates. The only reason why Flakko will play it cool is because he wants to be able to get his clout and his money from no jumper. All the while, he's the true definition of a frenemy. He swears that's his friend, but as soon as his friend gets in some trouble, and we're speculating that Flakko's a pivotal role into getting him in that trouble, he pounces on the opportunity to capitalize off of his friend's misfortune.
Oh, I didn't tell you that. This no statements. They ain't even seeing what's going on over here.
Bro, let's be real, bro.
Hey, man.
You don't know what goes on behind the cameras? We stay with baddies right here.
I say, yo, who's with who, man?
Who's with who?
I said, Sharp?
We all mingling. We all mingling. You know, we don't choose. We get.
Wait, but like, is this like a first time thing, or this happens?
Man, hell no.
This happen every week. You see, we have beautiful women. They usually they gonna be on the couch in a second. You know, the beautiful women come every week.
Really?
Yes. There's just been so much gangbanging going on that some of them ain't been wanting to come.
Wait, Gordon.
Yo.
Yo, listen, you see how you tried to do me, bro? Listen, you're the baddies around, bro. And he's still wilding out, man.
Okay.
Fucking ass nigga, man. Crazy, man.
By himself.
Yeah.
One of them niggas, man. He one of them niggas, but that's crazy, bro.
What you about
by
to
himself today, bro.
Yeah, listen. I know why Bricc rushed me, but why did your big ass rush me?
You said, why did I rush you?
Yes.
What you trying to get out or something?
No.
What's going on? No facts. I'm glad y'all niggas put that shit behind y'all.
No facts. But why did his big ass rush me?
Cause it's kills. We thought you was a kill squad for a second.
Right?
Are you kill squad?
Are you kill squad though?
You gotta stop telling.
Hey, I'll give you some game, right?
Yeah,
every time I see
They
these two niggas together,
give
right?
you the trophy.
Yeah.
If one rush, the other one's rushing too. The mighty hammer like that. Hey, take that back.
Hey, why are you caressing the hockey stick that way?
Now,
listen, you shoot like this, man. Someone got the. Feel me?
look like you shooting the fucking Red Ryder.
How you shoot when they shooting
What's
at
wrong
you
with
too?
you?
Huh?
How you shoot when they busting back? Show me the stance. Let me see it.
Look, right. So, Harry,
Really,
so look.
niggas be thinking they built for this though.
Hey, right. So look. So I'm Liberian, right? So
You're like
as a kid, right, during the war,
you're a
right?
Liberian.
Look, right.
What?
Look, no, right.
Oh, you're Liberian.
Yeah, right. So look. So during the war, because I was born in the middle of the war, right? So when I was born, the elders put like snake venom in like I think it's like right here somewhere, right? Feel me, right? The scar's still here, feel me? So like when I'm like, bro, again, and they told us the bullets can't touch us. You feel me?
Yeah.
And during the war, like my mom like walked like through, just through, feel me, like the fire zones and bullets didn't touch us. So I don't think bullets can touch us.
So you believe that
So
shit?
how you gonna
had
shoot
no
when they
aim.
busting at your ass?
Them niggas had no aim.
Stand firm, feel me? Just pick them off, feel me?
I hear you.
Hey,
Yeah.
them niggas had no aim.
Put him on.
Nah, bro. It's
Put him on the
Put
shirt.
his ass down somewhere.
Put his ass on the
Have a
shirt.
13-year-old nigga walk your ass down. Nigga, straight
Thank you.
up. I don't know what
Thank
you talking about.
Nah. Wait, look.
It's crazy.
Wait.
I would never hang out with you.
Nah,
You
man,
brave
my
as
church
fuck,
is like-
nigga. You brave
So it's about.
What's that, an XL?
Bullets.
That's an XL.
Yeah.
No, no.
Okay.
I'm about to tell the
was
world.
wildin'.
I'm gonna tell the world what I told you. Let's start there.
Okay.
Before any of this,
Yeah.
Flakko started running content on me from time to time. So Flakko, I'm cool with that.
Okay. Yeah.
You said you were doing a documentary. I said I'm cool with that,
Yeah.
right?
But I did have to scrap a couple things that I found that I felt like was,
Wait.
After I talked to you.
No, listen, no. So I found more to it. You feel me? Like the ones that I took.
You gotta chill.
Remember, you
Who-
didn't find anything.
True.
All right, come on. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that shit still be a
I didn't find
shit.
nothing.
Like, so
It's not
anything
making
that
it,
somebody
bro.
will go see them.
It's
Like,
not making it.
Piece that Bricc,
It's
that
motherfucking-
Flakko was talking about.
Yo.
Oh.
Like, come on, church. That shit opens the door still, my
Do
nigga.
you know?
Yeah, rewind that right there. Sharp the realest nigga. Sharp the realest nigga. They was low-key talking and giggling over him, but he said some facts. He said something that ended up being prophetic. He said, the stuff you've been doing that led to you getting pressed on live opens the door still to where people that be watching can use that as a clue and go back and say, what is it we should be looking at? If me and all these other creators can screen record and add commentary to stuff, you know how easy my job would be if all I had to do was screen record and then just save this to a hard drive? It's super easy to just record the content and save it to a database. So it don't matter. Flakko will be like, I'll never tell on Bricc, blah, blah. You already did. It's already up on YouTube right there for Adam to make money off of. Sharp said the realest shit at the end of the day. There was a warning that should have been taken more seriously. They should have really pushed for Flakko to get fired. But even then, that probably wouldn't have happened.
He told me, he tells me, yo, Gordy, right?
Bro, the girls around, nigga. God
Okay.
damn. Bro, listen, yo. Listen, bro. Listen, yo.
So he said,
I know this nigga right here, Bricc, be hogging all the bitches, right?
Nah, I'm like a, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
You married, though, so you can't hog.
I mean, even when I got a bitch, you know what I'm saying? She's knockable.
Huh?
Every bitch is knockable.
Married. You ain't got, like, he tries you, gang.
No, now, no. But when he was married, though, right? Because he, you know.
No.
Yeah.
so what I was saying, what you did, you told me that you've been looking into and doing research on me.
So as y'all know, I have a few documentary series that's coming out. You feel me? I have one. I don't want to say like the other guy's name because Bricc knows, because they may say, "Oh my God, it's nothing police." You feel me? It's just public record. You feel me? The other.
Well, we know now that the first installment of his documentary series dropped on Wednesday morning around 10 a.m.
Guy, feel me? Right?
Name mine not a regular crab. Y'all think I'm gonna take that over and trademark that? I'm not a regular crab.
I'm not allowed to say that name, right?
Yeah. They want to be Kill Squad. I ain't a regular crab.
You feel me? Nah, but he though, I've been doing some research trying to find, you know, the true details about the pimping, feel me? About the ism, you feel me? But you know, yeah.
Of who?
Him.
Whoa.
Yo, he don't.
No, hey man.
He ain't
Hey
been
man,
to the
say
liquor
man.
store.
I'm just.
I heard of rap songs, man.
Hey man, say man.
Is it all rap? Are you a cat rapper, or you really like, you know, like live your raps?
What did you?
Keep in mind that this podcast was recorded, or live actually, at the same time that Young Thug and a few other YSL, you know, people were behind bars, and the main proof that the court was holding them on and going to trial about was, you know, evidence in lyrics. Before California passed a bill that protects you from being persecuted based off of song lyrics, Flakko was out here literally pointing out people and saying, him right there, officer. Officer being who he knows is watching behind the other side of the screen. Behind the fourth wall, he knows that there's officers watching. It's almost as if his assignment at No Jumper as a whole is to get information that can be used in the court of law against those that work at No Jumper. It's almost as if the laws have been aware of the legal issues that could be brewing in the No Jumper offices, and they sent a mole. Yeah, it's more than just a mole to the community world. He's probably doing that, feeding them information so that he can then transition over to community world and maybe mole it up over there too. If I'm Terrell and all them, I would stay far, far away from Flakko. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you talked about pimping hoes in the rap songs, man.
What did I say?
I mean, I can pull up a few. You want me to play real quick?
Nah, you on the you on the.
Is it true though, or you capping?
I'm capping.
You's a cap rapper?
Hell yeah.
Bricc, wait.
What are you talking about?
Wait, Bricc.
I'm a cap rapper too.
Wait, Bricc, are you telling me that Kill Squad got some off brands? Hold up now. Hold on, I'm confused, nigga. I'm confused, man. I'm confused, man. Kill Squad got off brands.
He's taking the set with the rag in his head, cuz.
He does
Bricc, listen, yo, and he gotta go, right? For me, listen, because we are original OGs, man. if he's saying that he's a cap rapper, we can't have no niggas who cap out their raps in the whip, man.
This is the internet game, Flakko. This is meant for no harm.
This is
to
not
kill all
Squad.
cyberbullying.
Kill Squad is to kill all cyberbullying.
You know, niggas like you, kind of.
Yeah, because
So
you're
know how
you're
you know how you
cyberbullying Bricc. This nigga's walking content, bro. What the fuck?
So look, bro. Let's get back on schedule because there's a lot going on, right?
Yeah.
So I told him, I'm like, you can run content. Then I'm not knowing he got a mole up under him somewhere. He still ain't exposed the mole. The mole, you good.
Mm-hmm.
He doing good. He ain't snitching on you, whoever it is. And it's somebody close to me.
Yeah.
Because
The way, he's just confirming like it's nothing. Like, yeah.
it only could be, nigga. It
Busting out the
wasn't no
crease in them-
internet,
busting
the
out the
shit he
crease in them
talking about. You can't, the shit he be telling me about, I be like, man, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Like, who the fuck do you hang out with, bro? Cuz acts like he's a civilian. He be around some type of
Flakko,
people.
I got something for you, man.
Hold on, bro. We unpacking. So now I told you it was cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Bow. Now content being ran.
Yeah.
Content being ran. Then you run this one.
Yes.
Because you feel like Quando Rondo dissed me in the song.
I feel like he lied on you, yes.
What did he say?
So, look. So we know how dry snitching works, right?
Yeah.
Well, no, because, like, for example, because you don't mention the Lil Pop shit and then say Brick's name like 5 times, like, right, if
Yeah.
like
I heard it.
Yeah, that's.
I didn't know that he mentioned the pop shit right before.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I just heard he dissed California and me.
Oh no, before that, and he said, yo, like, oh, is 1-1, and they got up on the gang, blah blah, right, like we about to make it, right. So like, so prior to that, he was talking about the Lil Pop shit or live snitching.
Quando know we don't miss.
Okay, so who have y'all not missed?
So look, yo, chill. So right, this my thing.
What?
This,
and
no,
he said we don't miss.
He wondered why we supposed to squabble.
He
wondered why
we don't miss.
He wondered why we supposed to fight.
We need concrete. Listen, because again, right? Wait though, because y'all just sat here and said we as rap cappers. So if you're saying this now, how do we know you're not rap capping now with this?
I'm rap capping while I'm rapping.
All right, okay.
I'm saying, bro, listen. All of that doesn't matter, right?
Oh yeah, sure.
All of that doesn't matter. Okay, so what I got out of the city, let's skip all the nice stuff. What I got out, everybody said to me, why Flakko on this, why Flakko on that? Mind you, Bricc Baby was way out of town. I was in Houston, Texas with my feet up when this happened. And I told somebody, and no, when the little pop shit happened.
Oh yeah.
And I told the whole car, watch what happens tomorrow. The whole car, watch what happens tomorrow. You gonna see it. Oh, Bricc Baby wiped the nigga. Bricc Baby wiped the nigga.
To be fair,
Bricc
though,
Baby wiped the nigga.
To be fair though, how the fans think that your role is, you don't need to be in California to orchestrate that role, right? Because they're claiming that you took the bag and you feel me, and took the hit out. You feel me? Again, not me. They're claiming it. So you being in right, like in Houston.
No alibi talk. Like
sure.
Them niggas got bread, so he don't got no alibi for Houston. Like nigga, he's not gonna be the shooter anyway. That's what you said.
No. So right. So look. No. So right. So and they're thinking Bricc is the balls. He's a bag. Bricc knows some starving LA niggas who would do it for some Zaza and Pair 28 Amiris. They're alone $100,000. You feel me? So they're not even like accusing you of doing it yourself. They're saying that you put the bag on. You feel me? Yeah.
I'm trying to wrap my mind around
I
this.
didn't.
Again, please,
that's why I'm listening.
not saying Bricc did this.
But I'm trying to wrap my mind around what you're doing, bro.
Yeah.
This is my thing, right? This my take on it, bro. I feel like you digging up skeletons, bro. First and foremost, we are talking about somebody that has lost their life.
Absolutely.
So let's start there. Rest in peace to that. Rest in peace to Lil Pop, right? So let's start there. So now this man has family. You get what I'm saying? This is something that I know that you're not even thinking about.
Man. So with that clip being the thing where the Kill Squad had to confront Flakko, Now, the only thing that really went viral was Bricc Baby running up in the studio. But what should have gone viral was that conversation right there. That conversation should be more viral. That should have 1 million views. By this time next week, that should have 1 million views. Straight up. Because it shows Flakko been moving crazy. Flakko been moving like he's the informant. We already know that he's a mole when it comes to podcast beef. Maybe he's been trying to stir up some podcast beef, just like how allegedly the feds have roles in infamous rap beefs in the past. Everybody already says streaming's the new rappers. Academics been popping his chest about that. Kai Cenat doesn't say stuff like that, but other people say it. Why do kids want to grow up and be Lil Wayne or be Drake when you could grow up, or be Kendrick when you could grow up and be Kai Cenat? The kids want to be Kai now more than they want to be a rapper, more than they want to be an athlete. You an athletic person streaming, you could be like Speed. They're making way more money than the athletes. They're making way more money than the rappers. And then if you think about it, with FaZe Clan, AMP, all these different businesses that are structured like record labels, where they sign the hottest people on these platforms. On you blow up on Twitch, you blow up on this and that, Twitch and Kick and all that. That's the new Dat Piff. That's the new hot new hip hop. You get a successful little run on there, you get signed to FaZe Clan. Now you got a machine behind you. So Flakko's just the modern day version of whatever troublemakers that they had in the music industry for all these years, that would then, contribute to, rap drama. Maybe it comes in the form of a manager, a road manager, this and that. And then next thing you know, whole rap camps got problems going on with them. You got Ricos on rappers. I'm talking about before the modern day rappers, before the Meek Mill Drake beef, before Young Thug and YSL and stuff like that. You got rappers going to jail for other shit they then did on the road back in the day. There had to have been a Flakko type person somewhere intertwined throughout the industry. This is all just fan theory. But history repeats itself. And now there's a new untouched territory, or at least before Wednesday it was untouched, with the whole podcast Rico. But now it's not just Flakko, like I said about an hour ago, right? It's also Adam, of course. But then who else has really taken Flakko under their wing? And it never really made sense. Just like I've already said in previous videos, that Flakko comes off as like a DEI hire. I think I'm going to take back that statement, though. I think I was wrong. I think Flakko was placed here strategically, and Adam is also participating because it's probably paying real well to help get information out of people. Why interrogate with, actual investigators when you could just place trained investigators as podcast hosts, as rich podcast hosts? Flakko's not as charismatic or as cool of a guy as Adam, but Adam's the perfect informant if you think about it. If you think about his appeal, it's kind of like what the whole sales pitch was on Drake. The guy that gets the girls also ends up getting the guys. Pause. Not get the guys in that way, but gets the attention of the guys. All the street dudes want to be cool with this dude because he got all the women. And so you got all types of legal, shady things going on. You done reinvented Homeboy Industries, but then mixed it with baddies and bad girls club culture, and you put a basketball on it and call it No Jumper. So people allege that, Wack has been cooperating with the law enforcement. You know what I'm saying? I don't come out and call nobody a snitch or this and that, outside of Flakko maybe being an informant. But Flakko, he calls himself that. I don't call nobody that doesn't call themselves that. Because I'm not about to sit up here and try to find paperwork and all that shit that the exposers do. But at the end of the day, when you have those rumors around your name and you're buddy with Flakko, who's a proud rat out here competing with only Charleston White for that position, that does look kind of crazy coming from somebody with the resume in the streets, allegedly is whack 100. Adam 22, before he started bringing all the street dudes around the podcast, and maybe this will be for a different episode, but I'm just going to allude to it now. Adam 22 used to have a bunch of issues back to back of people coming in, SoundCloud rappers and stuff coming into the No Jumper store, holding at gunpoint, stealing clothes, coming in talking crazy to the workers, talking crazy to Adam. And then he decided, okay, law enforcement's not going to really do anything unless somebody gets physically harmed. So I got to surround myself with some better security. What was that better security and more budget-friendly version? Gang members. The local gang members that are already running up and down Melrose looking to rob people. You hire some jack boys and things like that to protect you, because then they also keep your ears to the street. You can find out if somebody's clique is looking to line you up ahead of time, and they could deal with it without it ever making its way to your place of business. But then it evolved from having them just at the store hanging out to, hey, we have pretty good chemistry. Might as well hop on the live stream with me. And that's how we get to where we're at today with No Jumpers dynamic, right? But in order to understand today better, let's look back in the past a little bit. We got a quick little snippet of there's this Instagram page. I found it by way of Reddit of all things. But there's this Instagram page that covers Chicago stuff. And apparently these guys from Chicago were arrested shortly after Adam 22, air quotes, joked about in working with Chicago police. And he says that, hey, they ask me about you guys all the time. So let's check that out real quick. And then we're going to check out audio, because I'm not sure how Vlad is with the video stuff, and the way his camera angles are set up, it doesn't really make sense to zoom into him and zoom out a bunch. So instead of modifying that, you could enjoy looking at this nice picture of Whack 100 in a Letterman jacket as he talks about the Bricc Baby, the first time he got raided, where we heard about it in the public. And that's going to lead us into another little breakdown theory or whatever to close out this one. So let's check out those clips first, though.
Get some information about you guys behind the scenes.
Yeah, okay.
They're
Start
like,
the guy.
Please report back to us.
Hey, give me the Glock right now.
We have a whole arrangement.
No, hell no.
I've been going back.
No.
I've been giving them all kinds of info.
No.
No?
We not doing that.
The cops ask me about y'all all the time. I don't tell them nothing.
What?
What was this?
I had the Chicago PD on my line earlier asking me if I could get some information about you guys behind the scenes.
Yeah, okay.
They're
Start
like,
the guy.
Please report back to us.
Hey, give me the Glock right now.
We have a whole arrangement.
No, hell no.
I've been going back.
No.
I've been giving them all kinds of info.
No.
No?
The killing that happened at the Beverly Center is retaliation.
What killing at the Beverly Center?
That's where the last murder happened.
Of
this
who?
murder happened at the Beverly Center across the street.
Oh, Lil Pop.
Yeah.
Now, I understand that, but the Lil Pop murder, which was supposed to be the Quando Rondo murder, was a retaliation to King Von getting killed.
For that. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, who's the first one to get mentioned of that?
What do you mean?
One of your guests. We all thought that was a bad drug deal, weed deal. You know that. The world thought that shooting was a bad weed deal between some Armenians or Persians. That's what the world thought.
Huh. Okay.
And it wasn't until February of 2023 that Bricc Baby goes on the internet with Flakko and says, out of nowhere, the world is oblivious to this. We've tied this to a bad drug deal. Remember the story that an arm reached over Quando and shot him. That was the story, right? Bricc Baby goes on the show and says, I guess they can't say OTF didn't slide for King Von anymore. And Flakko says, well, what are you talking about? He said, yeah, the shooting. They slid for King Von, OTF.
Yeah.
Now, that's February. March, the feds get on Bricc. We don't know this. Jump to June 2023. Feds come to Bricc Baby's house. We get the report. I'm screaming, Bricc Baby just got picked up by the feds. What's happening? When your court date? Right? We're under the presumption that it's an AK-47 case. But what really happened was they came there to get his cell phone. In the process of him doing the search, they come across the AK-47. Bricc Baby calls 600, who's part of the exposers, one of my guys. Say, man, the feds just picked me up. I got an AK case, but they on the other fella. We're going to refrain from his name because I know that's your friend, right? He's giving us all this information. He said the feds been on me since March, right? So he gives this thing identifying OTF in February, first one in the world. And then when they come in this house in June, they let them know they've been on them since March, but we think it's an AK-47 case, right? Come to find out, when we applied pressure last night on Act Show, he wakes up this morning in a panic. He goes on there and starts running his mouth. Yeah, the feds came in, they took my cell phone, still haven't given it back, right? If you go in there and look at that report, number 4 is a local guy that was dropping Quando's locations.
Oh.
Slow down. Number 4 is a local guy that was dropping Quando's locations. Now, after the murder, when Quando went back to Georgia, what did he immediately do?
Dropped his flag?
There it goes. What was he claiming?
Roll 60 script.
Where Bricc Baby from?
Roll 60 script.
What you think the police told Quando?
So you see, Wack broke it all down, and that's very useful for my hypotheses that we're about to get into now, a second one. So I want to just explain a tactic here that's used in hunting. If you want to find out, so you can't hunt sharks, right? We're going to show a clip of how they tag and track sharks for scientific research. But you could apply the same method to any animal that you can legally acquire tags for and hunt. And you know, we used to be hunted as a people, as a black people, right? So it only makes sense for them to still apply hunting tactics to hunting down and being able to put cases on people and charges on people, right? So basically, my theory here is that when Bricc Baby was he got his house raided and all that Wack just explained, and when they got his cell phone, now you can get into that iCloud. If you can get into the iCloud address, and if he's still on the same iCloud address, or if you get access to every email address that he has, you can figure out which one he gonna switch to, possibly for a new iCloud, if he was even thinking enough to switch his iCloud up, other than just getting a new physical phone. Since we've heard him talk about that in the past, like, oh yeah, the feds still got it. I had to get a new phone. We've seen him with 2, 3 phones. But it don't matter how many physical devices you have if the police have access to whatever you're logged into. They can see everything your account is doing, every communication, every text communication, all that. Who's calling and when. And then on top of that, there's wiretapping technology, right? Traditional and probably newer stuff that we're not aware of on how cell phones can be tapped. But on top of that, think of it like this. What's one way that you obviously track somebody? Somebody that's on house arrest or out on parole, right? Might have to wear an ankle monitor for a certain amount of time. And then also have to always come back and check in and this and that. For Extra just went back to jail because of ankle monitor activity, right? They see that you're you're conjugating with too many gang members or at known gang spots. Ironically, No Jumper doesn't count as one of those. That don't make no sense either, right? How can you get out, be on parole, have an ankle monitor, but be able to pull up to No Jumper, a known gang hangout? If the higher ups at No Jumper are not cooperating with police, there would have been a No Jumper raid a long time ago. They would have ran up in the loose cannon in Bricc Baby live stream on Tuesday. They would have ran up inside of that and arrested them boys on live if the higher ups are not cooperating. This is all just a theory. This is my opinion. It's speculation. It's not a fact. But just in my fan theory, A, B, and C, right? These things will happen if you could check off all the checklists. Anyways, though, so whole point is the tactic used was, okay, Bricc Baby knows a bunch of people. We know that from his own personal accounts. His first Vlad interview went viral, especially within the No Jumper community, because it's like, dang, he knows all these rappers. He knows this person, this. Bricc Baby's Forrest Gump. He knows everybody. He done did business with everybody. Over the table and under the table, with everybody. Right? So that's the perfect shark, in theory, using the shark catching and release. You got to catch and release sharks. Other fish that you could pull out of the water, you can catch and eat it. You can catch and keep it in the tank, depending on which ones, right? But sharks, you can't do none of that with. You can only catch and release. So you apply this method, tag that shark, let it go back. It's going to swim to wherever all the other sharks that it hangs out with hang out with. Now you can go catch a few more sharks, tag them too, and watch what they all do. And then now that's how you build a case. That's what happened in the just the one element is Bricc Baby. Who else did they do that to on the list? The list with the 20 people? Who knows? But as far as the known people, that's my fan theory as to how Bricc Baby got caught up in this whole situation in the first place. On top of that, you got people you got to have somebody watching them, right? So you got digital surveillance, but then you also have physical surveillance, or you have secret agents like a Poetic Flakko or Jalo. You have, I wouldn't say Whack. That's his op though, speaking out against them, trying to antagonize him to the point where Bricc Baby threatens violence or commits a violent act, so that then they could pick him up off of that violent act. So that's why whenever Bricc Baby gets into it with Whack 100 over the last year, he has to be very careful as to what he says in those confrontations, including on Act Stream. And as soon as he says one word too many, Whack pounces on that, puts it in the form of content, just like Flakko putting things in the form of content, Adam 22 putting things in the form of content. But really, there might be more to it, knowingly or unknowingly. We don't. That's not for me to decide. We're gonna see what history says on that as it plays out in front of our very eyes. But anyways, enjoy this little quick clip of the shark method that I'm talking about as we get close to the end of this one.
This is the first large shark expedition like this in the Western Gulf. We'll be tagging hammerhead sharks, tiger sharks, and mako sharks, trying to understand how they're leveraging the Gulf in their birthing, mating, and full migratory patterns. We'll be getting up every day just before dawn. The fishing team will be going out, getting all of our lines rigged and ready to go. And then we'll get the ship in position with a lift in the water. And we'll be looking to capture, bring sharks back to the lift them up out of the water. And once we do that, a whole team of scientists from a half dozen institutions will circle around the shark. And we'll conduct 12 research projects in about 15 minutes, then release the shark and open source the tracking to the world so that everyone can follow it. what we're finding is that these massive sharks have huge movements across the ocean. We have one of these white sharks, Lydia, who's traveled over 35,000 miles in just 2 years. Very, very regular for these sharks to be swimming 1,000 miles a month, which is why it's so important to figure out where they go.
So you see why I have the shark tracking theory now, right? And for just to maybe address potential criticism of that theory, just go look up the Tuskegee experiments, right? This country is no stranger to viewing African Americans as science projects. Let's put a bunch of people here in this one city, inject them with syphilis, and then every time they go to the doctor, tell them they're all good, they don't got no symptoms, and then see what happens. That's how we find out what happens if you don't treat syphilis. That's what that experiment was all about. That's just one example of this country's history of treating black people like science projects, right? We were once livestock. We were no better than a cow or a pig or a chicken. Livestock, slavery. So, is it really too far-fetched to think that maybe they, captured Bricc? I don't know. I'm not going to go all the way into scientific theory of maybe they injected him with something, that got GPS in his bloodstream or something like that. That's a little too far off the deep end, right? But what's the next best thing? Everybody got a cell phone on them. Don't let them know we're tracking them. You ain't going to get no information out of somebody that knows they got an ankle monitor on, that knows there's a microphone on them that's playing back to the station. So if you can acquire the warrant for that wiretap, though, that's how you figure out more, and that's how you build a federal case, right? I'm not saying anything new. This is all common sense, Loki. That's why we say, the people that criticize these shows is, man, these niggas is tripping. Because the crazy thing is, I could debunk my own theory right now and say the feds didn't even have to do all that, because the tracking was him going on to No Jumper and talking every week, 2-3 times a week, based off the information that he provided. And that's, of course, what Adam says to defend himself against the allegations that he's cooperating. But then we got video clips, audio and video clips of you saying that you cooperate with Chicago PD. I would assume that's for a pretty nice fee. But anyways, we're going to get into the last clip right here. There's no bonus clip, but we're going to get into the last clip. I'm not going to say my closing remarks yet, because I'm sure I'm going to want to say at least a little something here. But this is a Bricc Baby fresh off of the last time his house had got raided. You know what I'm saying? So let's check out that.
It's the No Jumper Show. We're back.
That's a hell of a drum roll.
We got BB and DD.
From the gutter to butter, baby.
Yeah,
off a lot of it.
BB, DD, and AA. Alcoholics Anonymous.
I was about to say.
What's going on, guys?
Ways.
How's everybody doing?
Oh, man. I don't know.
Yeah, you're like recovering from your brief stint in jail. Do you feel like you're recovering, or is it like nothing?
It's not even the jail. It's not even the jail shit.
What is it?
It's just the PTSD on top of PTSD. Like, to know you was getting followed for 4 months.
It was 4 months?
Hell yeah.
The only thing you told me is that they were following you back and forth from your house to here, and that kind of tripped me out. I'm like, wow, so these fools are just like parked outside sometimes, and we just don't even know?
And low shit, with grandma van, like soccer vans and shit.
For real?
I swear to God, shit I wasn't even looking at.
What did they think that you were going to do between your crib and here?
I don't know. They probably see me go get some food.
Yeah? The Panda Express or something?
Yeah.
You think that's what they were concerned with?
Yeah, I think they were worried about the panda runs.
Oh,
Too much panda, man.
But nah, it's not even the jail shit. I ain't been in jail my whole life. It just was like how it happened. Then like it's like, God damn.
Who's buzzing?
I thought that was mine.
I'm listening to the slightest buzz, and I'm like, that could be anybody. That's like the lightest buzz.
My bad.
But
nah,
okay.
So it's not even the like I said, the PTSD. I mean, it's just PTSD from exactly how it happened. Like at the house, all that. Now my baby, like you get what I'm saying, when she hear loud noises from the
Oh, she been freaking out
flashbang.
more?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, like it kind of like taking toll. So it's like, and I ain't been home. I think it's the hotel living. It's fun sometimes, but it's
Wait,
like
so you're living in a hotel currently?
I did for like 2-3 weeks just so I wouldn't go home.
Why? Just because you were freaked out by the
Yeah,
vibes?
it was like, I don't know. I'm swearing everybody looking through my window and
Shit
shit.
be having a nigga paranoid.
Yeah,
bro,
I had
like,
to go kick it for a second and
that's
get
the
back
worst
regular.
shit.
So you see, that actually all does line up with what Wack was saying about the timeline of things. That he's been getting looked at on the federal level ever since that jail stint. Ever since he came back. And then over time, we find out on Act Stream about the phone getting taken and never getting it back and all types of other shit where he done just talk too much. As far as on the podcast and whatnot. But even then, talking about how you never get your phone back from the police, that's not really talking too much. But of course, I can make a 2-hour video on all the different things that Bricc said that's wild, but I'm not about to try to help them people with their investigation. They got hard drives too. They got more hard drives than me. They probably got a whole 5 terabytes dedicated just to Bricc Baby. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. But see, that's the part that a lot of people forget. At the end, he said, my baby, if she hears a loud noise, now she starts freaking out. She wasn't like that before the house got raided. So now the kid already got trauma before their 10th birthday about the house getting raided by the police. As a man, that's got to feel crazy that you brought that to your door. So, my heart goes out to that situation and to Brick's family and to everybody's family involved. Because like I said, regardless of if people did monstrous acts and this and that, and of course, RIP to the victims, and my heart goes out to the victims as well. But these are all still people at the end of the day that have loved ones that have nothing to do with the alleged crimes. And I think that people should keep that in mind when reporting on these things on YouTube for profit. Because, yeah, us YouTubers, we are in it to some degree for some ad revenue money. Absolutely. But at the same time, that's why I called it fan theory. Because even if I don't even make 10 cents off this video, this is a video that I would want to put together. Part of the reason why outside of the influences that I've listed in the past, ever since I was in high school, really, I would sometimes watch YouTube videos and start coming up with my own theories, right? I took a philosophy class in college. I got great scores on all the tests, all the quizzes, and all that, even pop quizzes. But the coolest part about that philosophy class is I would sit there and come up with my own philosophies while just hearing the teacher cook, hearing the professor cook, and talk about the theories from the past. My own theories will get inspired from hearing that stuff, just from being in that environment. You know what I'm saying? And so that was always really cool to me, was coming up with my own theories. So here's one of those. This is the Just Clips one. Well, really it's Just Clips, but I had to put the one in there because Just Clips was already taken. It's a Just Clips conspiracy theory video. That's why I referenced the Y-Files. For any of y'all that may watch that channel, it's a very popular channel. If you're not onto that channel's fire. Channel's fire. If you're into aliens and giants and all types of shit, bro, what crazy deep dives. And yeah, I mean, y'all was rocking with the long form video enough for me to make another long form video too. But then on top of that, outside of just entertaining y'all, I feel like it's hard to just put this into 24 to 34 minutes without feeling like I'm being, lazy. And that's no shade to the creators that are sticking with their template, but I'm new here. I don't have a template yet. At the end of the day, y'all say I'm trying to be like point and shoot and this and that. Y'all can say that if you want. Just because the edit style is different. But we all bring something different to the table. I think we're all dope in this space. All the commentators that I've shouted out before as influences and stuff. So go watch Point and Shoot. Go watch Gangland Neem. Go watch Big Chat Small World. And whoever else I'm leaving out, my bad. But go watch it all. If I got the time to watch everybody and make videos and still work a full career and be a father and be a partner, y'all got the time to watch all the creators that comment on your favorite corner of the internet. Straight up. And if you're not subscribed, I'll be looking at the subscriber data a little bit on my Milk TV. We had like 65% unsubscribed returning viewers. Go on and hit that subscribe button. It don't cost you nothing to subscribe. If you don't want it on your algorithm, guess what? Scroll past it like 2-3 times, it's not gonna pop up again. Refresh your feed if you don't feel like watching no jumper related stuff or, the things that I cover related stuff. Just refresh your feed a couple times. You'll still be subscribed, and when you're ready, it'll be easy for you to find. But sub up, man. Like this video, watch it back. All that stuff helps. And, if you're the type to leave a comment, leave a comment. If there's some things that I missed or you disagree with, leave those too. I'm going to address the people that say I be censoring the comments. I do not. But if you use a certain language, there is light moderation on automatically. And I'm not going to turn it off, but I do go in there and I'll approve comments that are blatantly disrespectful even to myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm slightly influenced by Star from the Star Report, Star and Buck Wild, the famous, infamous radio jock. Slightly influenced by how he runs his YouTube page, where it's like, man, if you're a hater, go ahead and hate in my chat. I don't care. Not like that. I don't care enough to where y'all gonna really affect me. Go on and get it off. You pushing me in the algorithm by leaving a comment. So really, you ain't that much of a hater. If you was really a hater, you would do what I do to Flakko's videos, which is open it up, make sure to not give them the runtime, only watching like 10 seconds, and hitting dislike and then closing the app. Close all the way out of the app so that YouTube sees the data as, dang, this dude content got people leaving the platform. If you a real hater, that's what you'll do. But ain't no real hater about to be here on 1 hour and 41 minutes. So shout out to you if you made it this far, and I'll see you on the next one.